Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, what am I doing today, Ben? Well, you know what? I've been experimenting with this game for the last few days now. This is Mius Front, by the way, Gravi Mius Front. I remember I had a comment, what was it, a few weeks ago, I think at this point, actually, where they said, well, why don't you go ahead and play Gravi Team? And I'm like, you know what, okay, maybe I should actually give it a try, because I've had the game a long while. The thing is, it just seems to be, I don't know, it's just one of those games where it doesn't particularly hold your hand, and I just never put in the actual time to go ahead and try it out, really. As for myself and Richard, do go ahead and check him out on YouTube as well, my good friend Richard. We're like, okay, we're going to learn how to play this game. So I know the basics, I'm not an advanced level player by any means of the imagination. I did pick up some DLCs, by the way, because they're currently on sale at this moment in time. There was a part of me that couldn't decide which ones to get and was like, should I get them all? I'm like, no, don't give in to that side. That side's not right. But I've got a couple here. So we have like March, April 42. I wanted to get some early ones and I wanted to get ones that are a little bit later on as well. I might get some additional ones while they're on sale, but I thought we'll have something of like an exploratory video today, then, and if you guys actually want to see more, then it could be something that we could do on the channel as well, really. Lord knows we need to actually spread the content out there. So we'll go ahead, I suppose we can take a look at Fedorovka, and see how we do there, then. Oh, this is this was a test game, actually. I need to restart this one. Let's restart this. How does one restart it? That would be the question there. The games can go for some time, but that's one thing to remember. Right. Click to start again. Yes, there we go. So we have historical units. Right, okay. Enemy resources unchanged, don't reduce, okay. I'm not entirely sure how the actual performance of the game is going to be, so I'm going to have to probably make some adjustments as we go, really. And probably to audio as well. But here we are. So at the beginning of March 1942, the Red Army launched an offensive in the direction of Kharkov. German forces could not hold the line at the Seversky Donets River in the area of Stare Saltov and began to withdraw to the next line on the Bolshaya Babka River as a consequence of the retreat. A lot of vehicles and weapons were lost. By the morning of March 13th, the 294th Rifle Division units hold a bridgehead on the left bank, sorry. Okay. So we have the 294th Infantry Division, we have the 513th Infantry, I think IR, which might be Rifle, I'm not entirely sure what IR stands for, actually. Interesting. Right then. The Wise Man Group, consisting of the units 514th Infantry Regiment, there we go, 429th Infantry Regiment, 168th Infantry Division, and 153rd Brigade, at least 1/153, so I think there's a there's a battalion there, okay. I received a task to hold the bridgehead, which would be, if I take away the actual overlay, let's see, show on the map, right. So this is, of course, a river here. Panfilovka. Okay. Hold the bridgehead. Which I'd imagine is about this area over here, then. So we need to hold this. We have Fedorovka over here, then. Or Fedorovka. Okay. Put the briefing back on. Right, so we have Bolshaya Babka. Now, my pronunciations are going to be bad. They're going to be bad. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know how you pronounce these place names. I'm so terribly sorry to the people that I will annoy. But you'll have to manage with it. Because I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Right, so we have 514th over here then. Okay. So, it appears that we have to hold onto the bridgehead. That's something, obviously, that we do have to do then. So if we take a look over here, then we can see the weather's cloudy. It's 9 AM currently in the morning. So let's see, highlight company and battalion for selected platoon. So if we go into here, then, so we do have our forces entrenched over here. Now, when I did actually try the game out, well, drive this operation out initially, I had actually gone ahead and pulled these forces back across the river, which did make it significantly easier to hold, but I did lose the game. Well, I lost the mission because obviously I surrendered the objective over here. I didn't realize it was the actual key point. And we have these key points over here. This is the enemy's key point over here. So we do need to actually hold on to these, surprisingly. So it's probably worthwhile doing. Now, these forces are currently entrenched at this moment in time. You can see that if we take a look over here, we have the regimental headquarters over here. Right, here as well. We do have a overall division headquarters over here. So they belong to a different formation, it seems, which is interesting. Now, if I take a look at the operation summary and statistics. So, we have 61 active platoons. The Soviets here currently have 79, so they don't have a huge amount of men. They do have a good deal of men, but they don't have a tremendously overwhelming advantage as of yet. I don't know what their AFV strength is. Platoons doesn't tell you terribly much. It tells us that we need to hold on here, though. Okay. So what I need to do then is, let's see. Right, operation summary, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. So we can actually get a sense of how our forces are looking on the ground here. So do bear in mind, I'm not terribly experienced with the game, so I might make some mistakes here, I might not make some potentially better choices, or superior choices. But we can see that these units here then, so that means that they're dug in. This means that they can attack, which is good. I think if we have... Well, I imagine they can move, yes, they should be able to move and attack either way. We do have 2nd Company over here, part of the 1st Battalion, that's currently in reserve. We have 2nd Battalion over here. It looks like there are units that are currently in reserve right now. I think what I can do is actually give them additional attachments as well, so that might be something to take into consideration there. So if I go here then, so we have 429th, we have 514th. I do have this force over here. Now, I could potentially shift that further up. Like, I could shift that to, let's say, this position here, perhaps. Which is on the road over here. That would actually allow me... I think the red radius represents where they can support. So I think that would be potentially a worthwhile thing to do. If I go there, that allows me to support all these forces. I think if I move there, they could potentially support over here, but I don't think that would really happen. Hard to say. I don't have an idea of where they're going to attack as of this moment in time. I think I will have this formation actually move up to this position here. So they're going to march. So we'll go with that for the time being. So 429th and 514th. We do have other elements of 514th over here. But they're currently off map. I can move them onto the map over here if I so wish to do so. Which might be worthwhile doing. It might be worthwhile doing. We don't have a key point, though. Question comes down to, is it worthwhile? This is currently where we need to protect. I think it's worthwhile to move them onto the map to actually have the ability to fortify. If I take a look then... So we see a crossing over here, so we can actually see a bridge here, which is intriguing. It makes me wonder if it's actually worthwhile defending here, because we have these forces here. I think this is off map and can't be attacked either way. This could be. It might be worthwhile to shift them further up over here to actually aid us in the defense here. But they're currently waiting, which means they're in reserve if I recall correctly. I think that should be enough for just these forces here. We might need more, but while they're off map and while they're entrenched, I'm not too keen because I can't see a major benefit right now. I don't know if it'd actually make it to the party. But we'll see then. So 429th, well 3/429th. If I find them. Right. I think this is right, that's the division there. Okay, so we have 294th Infantry Division here. So I can actually change the reinforcement strategy here. So these look to be actual artillery support elements and trucks, which is good to know. I have an engineer company that's in reserve. We have a cyclist company, which is reconnaissance, which is currently in reserve. And then again, I wouldn't like to be a cyclist who would have to cycle through snow. That would be rather difficult unless the roads are clear, frankly. So, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Now, we have 1st Battalion, 2nd Battalion, 3rd Battalion. Now, 429th Infantry Regiment. 3 Battalion. So we have 9th Company and 11th Company. What I'm trying to figure out here then is... Right, there we go. View battle groups. That's what I wanted to see there. Right, that makes tremendously more sense, doesn't it? So if we take a look over here then, so this is the platoons that do make up this force. That's 514th Infantry Regiment. 8th Battalion, indeed, Marines. Infantry Regiment. So they could be placed into reserve if needs be. Right, these guys have mortar support. They actually do have artillery support as well, which is quite fortunate. Okay. What I want to do then is, let's see. Okay. I might want to move the 514th over this way. Actually, no. Well, it might be potentially worthwhile. Let's see. I think I'll bring them onto the map then. At least they can actually fortify that position. I think I may potentially have these forces moved here. I've got to hold a bridgehead, but I don't know if it's worthwhile doing so. I think I might keep them in position, potentially just move 514th there. But even saying that, I don't know actually. Is it worthwhile? I think I can keep them off map for now, see how we do. Right, so 3rd, 429th. And 1st, 514th. Right, 1st, 514th. So we can see that they do have mortars over here. They also have... You can see these are historical units. So I don't know if I can actually make much in the way of changes. It looks like this is the actual commander. Okay, so they're waiting currently. They're dug in, of course. We can see the strength of the actual men here. So I could actually put in a cyclist company there. Or I could take them out. It might be worthwhile having them in there. Having some sort of reconnaissance it might be potentially worthwhile. Let's see. Right, so this changes the reinforcement strategy. So we do have some heavy weapons here, sorry. Let's see. So I could change that out for additional mortars if I wanted to do so. We do have another support option here. So I could give them additional support, and it might very well be worthwhile giving them additional support, really. These guys are on the front line. I could potentially give it to another formation. That's a big one. That's a big choice, really, if we wanted to do that. It's also a thing that having reserves is probably a good idea. It does make me wonder, but I think it might be worthwhile having them available, really. Let's see. I think I might go for that. Right, 3rd, 429th. Let's see, I could give them some mortars then, which we could do there. Right, okay. I might go for that then. So I could give them... Yeah, so we're giving them the scouts there. Which might be worthwhile then, perhaps. It does give us an additional platoon to work with. They have 51% morale, so they've actually got decent morale. They've got a decent amount of stamina, so they're not exhausted, which is a big thing to take into consideration as well. And this is the thing, we've got to really juggle this around as well, haven't we? It might be worthwhile to potentially take the 9th Company out here and have them just given time to rest. You can see these guys, their morale isn't great, but they have far more stamina here. So it's 6th Company, 6th Company that I probably want to go back. Oh, so it's not just mortars then. So these guys have mortars, and they also have MGs as well, which is a good thing to bear in mind. Question is it worthwhile? Possibly. We'll go ahead and see how we do then. We are defending, so we'll see. We should have the advantage nonetheless. So they're just going to shift up to that position there then. We'll end the turn. I spent a lot of time talking about it. Talking about potential choices, haven't I? Right. Okay. So, turn 1 there. Turn 2. Under the action of the enemy, the 514th Infantry Regiment withdrew from Fedorovka in the direction of, however you pronounce that name. Two 10.5 centimeter guns were lost. One was destroyed by a direct shell hit, and the second was demolished by the crew. Okay, so it seems historically they had withdrew from the village, or from the actual town, it seems. And we have instead not, which is an interesting one. Yeah, they withdrew that way. We'll see, really. We might have a chance of holding it. You can see that we gained from having these key points. So that's an interesting one, really. They're not attacking right now, just something to bear in mind. These guys are now in position. They may have the ability to actually fortify. These guys have fortified. I'd say launch a counterattack, but I don't think we have the means to launch a counterattack, and I don't think it's well worth it at all, to be honest. So if I take a look at the actual, let's see, 86, where it's 62, okay. If I take a look over here then, so, first 5/14th. Yeah, these are the numbers that we need to take a look at, so stamina's not too bad. I'll have to keep an eye on it, really. Have to keep an eye on it. We might have one more turn before they attack. They're probably going to attack next turn, to be honest. So we'll see what happens. Yep, they're going to go ahead and attack. So they're attacking at Fedorovka, at least from that direction, towards where the 429th is, /3. Okay. Which is not too bad, I can defend that. At least we are able to actually take advantage of the fact that we have the forces to the north, and we have some additional forces that I don't think will join, actually, but we still have forces to the north. They'll, of course, have forces too. But we'll see how this goes. I think we should be alright. But this will be my first actual Gravi team video, I think, on the channel, to be honest. So hopefully the game runs smoothly. We'll see. But as you can tell, I've done a lot of rambling, really trying to just talk things out, really. It's new for me. I've got it installed on an SSD and I'm running at high currently. So I think I could probably do it alright, but recording does take it out sometimes on performance. So we'll see, It might be nice to stream it in the future if you guys like that. Okay. Here we are then. So I've got the FPS counter on over here then, so ideally we can keep it fairly decent, fairly consistent. So if we take a look at the actual battlefield then, so we do have a central bridge over here, which is an objective in of itself. There's a decent amount of, well, there's a little bit of cover there. And the squares indicate colour, well actually no, this isn't great. These lines also indicate line of sight as well. The amount of arrows in that direction indicates, like, I think superior line of sight in that direction. Okay. Yeah, in the test game when I fought this battle, I think I fought it at a different point. It might have been further to the north, actually, when I fought that battle. So the terrain's actually different, which is cool. Yeah, let's see. What's also about this game is the fact that when you do fight, you are fighting on this terrain. But if you take a look at this then, so yeah, Fedorovka. We do have a really nice position, so where's the attack going to be coming from? So the attack's coming from this direction, okay. Rightio. That's interesting. So, we have objectives over here of a cemetery, of the village of Fedorovka as well, it seems. The crossroads. However you even want to begin to pronounce that, good luck. And the bridge. I think we can probably hold this. We do have some decent points of cover, potentially. Yeah, these points at least have some cover. I think amber is okay cover, I guess. Or it might be... I forget whether it's the inside of the square as well. That apparently has some good cover, but I'm not too sure. Let's see. I think we do have the advantage that we are dug in. You can see all these forces over here are dug in, which is great news. So, question's going to be, what do we want to do? I don't know if we're facing armoured support, so that's something to take into consideration. So let's see then. We have Alaman over here, which is our command. Company command. We have Weisner's platoon. We have Castine platoon there. Found that up there. Becca. Over here, then we have Waldman. Over here, we have Apple. Which is over here. I'll put them there for the time being. In fairness, to be honest, we could potentially even have MGs positioned over here. They would actually make a pretty good job of it. And if you take a look at this, they actually do have a pretty good... Yeah, they've got a decent line of fire. Field of fire, I should say. Yeah, actually, no, I think when I defended over here. Yeah, no, I played this battlefield, but I defended further to the rear, it might look different actually. But no, this is the map I fought, the map I fought on before, which is good to know. Okay, so we will defend the village over here, the town, with a platoon. I could potentially have a forward deployment to protect it, which might be worthwhile to consider. Of course, we will have to consider that we may have to abandon positions, but we'll see. But I think I will have a platoon actually placed here to defend said town, because it is a objective and I do want to hold on to it. And the question comes down to where do we actually want to hold over, well, hold. If I take a look over here then, so line of sight is a little bit patchy. Let's see. I do want to have some cover, like woods are actually quite handy because, yeah, it's a little of additional cover. That's not a bad position there, actually. There's a little bit of forest there. It looks like they do have a building, so they will... Oh, they won't dig in here. Yeah, the level of this detail of this game is superb. We see this icon here, this actual little exclamation mark. That means that they will not dig in there. So I'd be better off choosing a location where they can actually dig in. They could dig in, not there, but they could dig in there. Okay, which does change things. We might favour a more forward deployment then, perhaps. I mean, this is it. It's trying to figure out where you can actually position yourself to actually take advantage of said terrain and actually be of aid. But I think I can afford to have a platoon to actually hold this objective, as it is worthwhile holding. Yeah, I think, let's see. If I go ahead and go in here, Gravi team... square colors. I just need to remember how it works now. Color squares. Ignore my spelling, I'm tired today, so my spelling's just all over the place. Right, okay. Green, very good cover. Yellow, good cover. Orange, not so great. Red, bad. Grey, no cover at all. So, if we can't get green, then yellow will do then. So, we do actually have some decent cover here. So, good cover. So, these are good cover positions, which is alright, I can work with that. Yeah, we also do want to be fairly close on actual other elements over here so we can actually establish like communications, which is a good thing. So let's see then, if I was to position them here, what could they see? Not a tremendous amount really. It might really be worthwhile to have something, maybe just like a platoon there, but deploy them also this way. But we could have some MGs over here on the actual hill supporters, which is something to take into consideration, really. I think it is worthwhile having something here to defend the actual town, so I do not want to lose this objective. That's not so bad then, actually. Not amazing, but not bad. Yeah, they do have a little bit of, yeah, I can't see that there. Let's see. They're not going to see a lot from this position, are they? I think that's just going to be a given. Yeah, that's just going to be a given, it seems. Okay, well... Shame is I can't dig in there. I can dig in there, though. I could dig in there. That's not... saying that. Never mind. That's probably the best I'm going to get there. At least they can actually dig in, and that's what I actually need there. If they can actually entrench themselves, I'd rather have that, because it means that they can actually hold on. Well, just hold significantly easier, really. Right, okay, so we still have the other elements over here. And they can dig in there, which is nice. I mean, I need to have it so they can actually mutually support each other, which is a big consideration. And this isn't super good cover. So let's see. Might be worthwhile just having... Well, no, actually, it seems not. I mean, that's not too bad. At least that position there could help. I could just go for a further forward deployment, perhaps. Apparently not. I guess that's the best we're going to get. I could have then the actual command over here, Weisner. Yeah, they can't dig in there. They don't see shit there. They can dig in there, but again, they don't see shit. Yeah, there's not much there. Maybe just there, but it supports that position. They're pretty close then. I might switch them around, in fact. And then at least they're in a position where they can both dig in. They're a little bit more central. That's not too bad. And then we do have the actual... what is this? This heavy weapons. This would be the mortar. So that's good. I can have that positioned a little bit further behind then. Yeah, there we go. So they can be positioned there. Obviously, it would be good if they had line of sight themselves, of course. Which is a easier thing said than done, really. Strictly speaking. That's not bad. I can make use of that. Yeah, I can make use of that, in fact. Okay, so I've spent way too much time on a single platoon, but that's just how I roll. Can't help ourselves. My nature, I just spent a reasonably long amount of time on everything, really. Okay, we do have the 37s there. I think the 37s could be deployed over on this bank over here. Question is, if there's going to be tanks, well, okay, that's going to suck, but at least over here I could potentially have them... God, they're spread out there. I could have at least have them positioned so they can fire across and not really be subjected to a lot of threat by the enemy infantry. Now, a question comes down to, do we want to have a defense of the crossroads here? That's an interesting one. Let's see. I might go ahead and actually have... I could have a platoon potentially. Well, then again, I could have the MGs over here on the actual riverbank, perhaps. Maybe like a platoon, perhaps, to support that. But I think we could hold that central position. Yeah, I could have MGs actually positioned over here to actually fire across and actually aid us, really. So I'll take Beggar's platoon. Who do you belong to? Oh, you belong over here then with the command there. That's good. Okay. Yeah, we can have support and fire here. So we do have the cemetery, which, okay. We do have some points of cover around here. There's not a great deal of line of sight here. Not a great deal. I mean, they could be positioned there to actually overwatch, perhaps. I mean, this is actually within the cemetery, so what a place to fight. Literally in your grave. Tremendous morale boost. But that's actually a tremendous amount of line of sight, so... Maybe that is worthwhile. Let's see. That is actually really quite impressive there. Holy hell. Wow. Okay. Maybe we do use our position. I don't like being bunched up too much because of artillery. But that's not a bad position. Maybe so. Maybe... Ooh, it's hard to say, really. Sometimes you feel like you're making a terrible decision, don't you? We do have a little bit of cover there, but then the enemy could deploy here as well, so that's something we have to take into consideration. And this is like a really far forward deployment. Is it worth it? That's the question. You really get to see how important line of sight is here, really. Okay. I could potentially have them positioned... I don't know, actually. It's an interesting one. I'll hold off on that one for the time being. I'll hold off on that one for the time being, really. Because we do have these guys over here. Yeah, I mean, this is it. At least we could still have forces over here that could potentially aid, which is something to work with. But I don't want to be too far forward. That line of sight is pretty superb, but I think I could potentially even hold down this position with support and fire. We could probably do a good job. Yeah, it's a big consideration there. Hmm. I may have them positioned to actually possibly even act as some sort of reserve, really. But I mean, you can see a lot from there. Yes, they don't have cover, but they will establish their own cover. I do want to actually spread them out so we do not get eaten up by artillery, though. Okay. They can see a lot from there, actually. That's quite a lot, in fact. Yeah, maybe something like that. Could even have you a little bit further back. I mean, it does subject them to potential artillery, which is a bit of a shame. So what I could do then is possibly spread them out a little bit more. Something like that, maybe. Then the actual mortars. I could even potentially have deployed. Maybe even on the other bank, really, but probably not worthwhile. Maybe next to the actual command, then they can actually see quite a bit there, so that might be worthwhile doing so, really. So they can actually support. But what I think, well, I don't know, yeah, we might go ahead and try that out, really. We will have the benefit of, like, actual additional support, which is something to bear in mind, which is nice. Okay, so what we'll do then is have the support elements deployed, and we'll go from there. And this is the beauty, we'll have mortar support, we'll have potentially artillery. I think we've got some proper artillery support somewhere. Yeah, okay, we've got actual tripod MGs there, which is awesome. Let's see. You've got mortars, those are heavy mortars as well. Another MG there, place you over there so I can actually sort you. You're another large mortar, heavy mortar it seems. As far as I can tell, it might be just a medium mortar. It looks like, I don't know, potentially so. There's another there. And we have another tripod MG there, which is excellent. So, it looks like we have 3 tripod MGs in support, at least over in this platoon. Which is not bad at all. Now, if you take a look, they've got a really, really nice amount of line of sight there. Question is, I can't dig in then. I would like to dig in. So let's see, we'll find a good position to dig in from. Okay. That's not too bad. It covers at least the center. I think I'll take another one then, have it deployed to potentially cover this area. There's not much cover there. But at least that supports the flank and the center, of course, as well. Then I could take you. And let's see. And I don't want to have them too spread out either, really. I mean, once the game does begin, then you guys will be really quite happy, because it is well worth playing. Yeah, those bloody trees get in the way, don't they? Bloody well do. Okay, I suppose that will have to do. At least we have the MG spread out then. I do have at least a couple actual commands as part of this, so they can actually be used to spot for us as well. Which is nice. Yeah, they can even contribute to an extent as well. Now. Okay, so what do we have here then? So that's fire in platoon. Fire in platoon. Commander. I'm not entirely sure who is the actual overall command. This is where I'm going to have to learn this sort of thing, really. So it might be Apple. At least that position can see quite a lot. I think what we'll probably want to do then is have a couple of them spread out so they can actually see quite a decent amount there. And that's actually a really nice position, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, maybe we'll go with that. And then I can have the mortars. I want the mortars deployed out of sight, really. So, what I'll do then is I could have the mortars deployed. So I want them to be in a position where enemy artillery can't spot them easily either. We don't really need much sight ourselves. Let's see. That's the other mortar there. I might even have an MG positioned here, to be honest. It might be better than having it over there, because they could actually support quite well from that position then. Maybe keep that there. Maybe I do take this third one, in fact, have it in a position here. It's not great cover, let's be frank, but it is a good position to actually make use of for fields of fire, really. And that is an important thing. Yeah, the squares do tell you quite a lot, in fact. You don't really see that much there, to be honest. Question comes down, is it worthwhile? Let's see. It might be worthwhile to have one of them positioned within the actual town itself, to be honest. Sometimes it is a very tough call, to be honest. I mean, I could have it positioned here, but we'll see. I mean, I could always push it up forward. I'd like to think maybe it's worthwhile having something that can at least fire from the opposing bank and actually provide long-range fire support, because I can actually have the platoon and deploy somewhat behind the town then, so I can actually have them, well, yeah, maybe I'll just go with that, let's see. And they can fire down there. Probably is enough. I could even have like a second, well, they're there. We could have the fire support that we have here concentrate more on Fedorovka, which is worth 22, which is something to bear in mind. Maybe I just have the actual platoon positioned in this position. Well, maybe here, actually. Hard to say. Can't position along the road. I could even just have them in front of the town, but I think I want to take on... Yeah, I mean, this is it. There's so many choices, and this is what makes the game so cool, really. We know the enemy is going to be in these zones, really. So that's something to bear in mind. Okay. There will be some experts out there who are thinking, God, why have you not applied there? You fool. You absolute fool. Let's see. Yeah. There might not be any cover, but then again, we do make our own cover, so at least that's something to go with. So I think what I might do then is actually make use of these, this part of the town, perhaps. At least I can use that then. Ideally, some cover would be nice. I mean, maybe two there. Though you don't see that much. I think it's probably better to have them mutually supporting those, isn't it? Yeah, to be honest, maybe we just have them supported, maybe just go for something like that. Possibly so. Yeah, maybe something like that. We do have the support on the other bank to make use of. Yeah, they don't have mortars, so they're going to need a lot more support than the others. Right, but these guys obviously do have the guns here as well, which is something good to bear in mind. Yeah, so I might have the guns deployed potentially over here. Let's see. I don't want to have them super exposed. Let's see. Yeah, but high explosive shells could make a big difference. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, we've got only the one headquarters though, which doesn't help us out. Let's see. Yeah, I could have a gun there, perhaps. Though that's not a super good position. I think we'll spread some of the guns out then, really. It's not super critical that they are together, really, because it is of the headquarters. Don't like them being bunched up, but we'll see how we get on. I could have a gun just dedicated, maybe even 2 guns dedicated over here, really. I just don't like that. Yeah, this hill. With the bloody trees, it's it's pretty difficult to use. I want to have a position where I can actually fire without obstruction, really. It's hard to find said one. Let's see. At least that supports the cemetery, so I'll have that support then. Maybe even a second one out this way, really. So I can still fire over this way. I think this is more defensible. I'll have one deployed there then. Question is, like, where do we actually have the trucks and etc.? I'll have the trucks deployed somewhere in cover, perhaps. Tough question, really. I guess something like that. Right. Not an amazing line of sight, but let's see. Is it more central position, perhaps? I want to have them close by. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, that'll have to do. This other ammunition truck, which is what I believe it is, could be deployed out this way, then. I do worry about this, but I hope it will work out. So we'll have you then. To be fair, I could have them deployed around this area, perhaps. Probably better to have them in a command and view, really. The radio operator, sorry, the wire is going to have to move. But it might be worthwhile having these guys linked up first and foremost, really. Yeah, he is the telephone and cable. They're going to have a pretty big job, but at least from this position, he can... let's try and get one where we can see most things. Which isn't easily found. Ah, dear. Not easily found. Bloody trees. Cut them down. Cut them down. Well, he can see over there. We do have other commands in the area, don't we? So they can make use of that. So I guess we'll go with that. Maybe not the best deployment, but this is why I like this game. Because you get to do stuff like this, and I'm a big fan of that. So I guess we'll go ahead and check that. Oh, something to check, though, is command hierarchy. So this shows you how things work then. Maybe I want to have that more centralized, to be honest. Right, it's not amazing, it seems. Right, let's see. Yeah, so that could probably do with being in this position. Well, I probably want you more centralized. Hmm. Yeah, they're quite far away, aren't they? Okay, so you seem to have control of these guns then, it seems. Right. Hmm, okay. As you're the overall commander, aren't you? I think potentially something like that, somewhat more centralized. It's not going to be great, it seems. It seems like, obviously, we'll have to get the wirelink communications out there. We'll go ahead and check them out then. So, finish deployment. You can see they're entrenched, and we'll see how it goes, really. And to be honest, the battles do take a long time, because you have to wait for the enemy to actually come in close. But, I don't know, we'll see how our position goes. I don't know. Maybe we have a chance, we'll see. Hmm. I might want to turn the actual audio up, actually. I was thinking about that. But we'll see. We'll see. So we'll start the game, then. Can I turn the audio up? Let's see. I can do it outside the game, so give me a second. Let's turn it up a little bit louder, then. See how that goes at about 50. Okay. So this game is incredible. The detail is immense. I mean, look at these guys. These guys are actually dug in here. I paused it. Maybe that was why I didn't hear anything. Okay. So you can see that we do have our men here. Like, I can adjust this so it shows you, like, units, it seems. Or you can have it turned off. But that shows you, like, units and, like, each individual man where they are, which is pretty cool. You should get, like, a sense just of how many men you have. So here we are by the cemetery over here, then. Yeah, we'll see. Ideally, line of sight's not terribly impaired by the weather. You can see even the trucks are dug in. Which is cool. I love how the trucks are dug in. Yeah. Guns are dug in, but... it'll be interesting to see. Oh, sounds like there's a bombardment taking place over here. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the sound down just a tad bit, actually. About half of what it is right now. Might be a little bit too loud otherwise. There we go. Yeah, so we are seeing a preparatory bombardment over here then. And luckily we didn't deploy that area. Luckily we didn't deploy it there. So I'm quite happy about that. That's good. Yeah. Let's take a look then. So this is the actual tactical map view then. So you can see when our forces are deployed, you can see obviously which way they're really orientated. Looks like, yeah, so that's showing us the defenses we have there. Okay, speed things up. You'll see the frames decrease due to the fact that I am speeding things up. Yeah. Maybe I should invest in a more, perhaps a couple of upgrades to the computer, but we'll see. I think it's always going to lag due to the actual speeding up, really. Which is natural, I guess. It sounds like there's more, actually. Whoops, we're coming under fire. Where are we coming to? Ooh. And the cemetery, brilliant. Right, now... Not ideal. But they're in trenches, so... At least they have something. They're somewhat spread out. These guys not so much. We'll just have to see how they handle it, really. Frankly, there's not much I can do. Yeah, so you can see here then their command level, their ammunition level, their in voice communication range, it seems. They're eager, regular, rested. Okay. Oh, sounds like we actually have some fire opening up. Ah, see, this is what I love about this game as well, is, let me just quickly pause it, we do see some troops over here, is you see these flares which indicate actual certain orders, and I think green is like advance or something like that, I think red is like an assault or something. But yeah, let's take a look at this. So we do see these rush skis moving down the road here, and they're under fire. And they are giving that fire back to us right now, so we see more Russians over here. You can see they're coming under fire from the MGs over there, pretty effective fire it seems. Yeah, you can see these MG nests are... well, they're doing their job. They're doing their bloody job. The thing is, the mortars will begin to open fire as well. What I might tell the mortars to do then is actually hold said fire until we really need it, to be honest. Let's see. It's one of the MG nests, okay. Another one there. Command there. Are you mortars? I might have actually placed you in the wrong position, man. No, you're command, aren't you? Where the hell are the mortars? Oh, you're MG as well. Did I have more MGs than I thought I did? I have the mortars over here, don't I? That's it. That's it. I'm a clever boy. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell them to save ammo. Tell these guys to stay ammo. Yeah, I can even tell them to stay concealed as well, really, which is pretty cool. But yeah, look at that. We have that fire going out there. Yeah, you can see that there firing over there. And let's see. Right, I don't know what these icons mean. I think it means that they're in communication. We do have our own mortar fire coming down over here, then. It might be worthwhile to tell the actual platoons to hold fire, really. Or at least the actual mortars to hold off for the time being. I'll tell them to save ammo for the moment. I mean, they do have support in fire, so they can't complain. What do we see over here, then? So it looks like we see more infantry. Yeah, so we see more infantry here. Crazy, just the level of this game. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're coming to a heavy amount of advanced fire here. Personnel. So we just had our first casualty there. Okay. They're just going to have to be big boys about it, really. It's going to have to be big boys. Yeah, look at that actual fire. Love the tracers. So you can see actual MG fire coming in here. Look at that. Crazy level of detail there. That is insane there. Might be worthwhile bringing some artillery. He could be some potential observer for all we know. But you can see that there's supposedly infantry here. Actually comes down to how much ammunition they have, really. These guys are possibly in the worst position because they don't have a huge amount of support, but we'll see. Right, we do see the enemy come in here. Ideally, we do have the support of the actual guns when they do open up, so at least we have high explosive rounds that can actually land here. Let's see. So we do see the infantry, enemy infantry over here. I like how they advance and took up, really. Yeah. But this is fairly open terrain for them to advance across, really, so we should have the advantage. We're in entrenched positions. We have made use of cover where we could. Seems that MG's not in the right position right now. Yeah. So we'll see there, really. The enemy, so we do have the guns over here, so we'll see. They might soon open up. Or I might have actually placed them poorly. I may have in fact placed them poorly. Yeah, looks like I placed them poorly. Terrific. Oh well, you can support, so at least that's something. What the hell's that noise? There we go. Oh, is that the actual... Oh, that'd be the gun over here then, actually. I think. Yeah, you can see the actual flares over there. What the hell's that noise? Is it you? Oh, you are firing, okay. You're saving ammunition as well. That's amazing. Look at that. Crazy. I might tell them to hold fire then. So, they shouldn't actually continue to fire now. Yeah. I want to hold it off, really, because I can actually have them... Like, I can decide when that fire comes in first. So set target for observed fire, really. I think I'll bring the observed fire in over here. There we go. So that should give them some support out this way. It does make me worry how much ammunition we have, but we'll see. I think we should be able to manage it. Alright, they're being fired upon, but we will try and hold these objectives, really. It's a shame that we didn't get all of them entrenched, but actually, no, then again, saying that, I do have everything entrenched, don't I? So, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, it was the third platoon, the third company I didn't actually manage to get into position, the regiment, or whatever you want to call it. That didn't get into position, really. But still heavy. Okay, so we see our artillery come down here. Let's see, I don't think you have any artillery that I can use from you or something. Yeah. I mean, this infantry is going to do a heavy amount of fire. But that's to be expected, really. We've got a couple wounded. We've got 2 killed or heavily wounded. They have been suffering. But we're in the positions that are the safest right now. Right, I can see that opening up. I mean, if needs be, I could have a actual squad move out that way. I mean, this might have been too much, but then again, it is worthwhile holding on to this, because I don't want to lose it. But let's take a look over here, then. So we can see that there's a command squad over here, it seems, which is a worthwhile target in of itself. I mean, that might be like some sort of observer over there. I'll have to take that into consideration, really. Let's see, command hierarchy. Maybe that just means like the actual command hierarchy and not the actual quality of communications, perhaps. Oh, do they have their own mortars? Okay. Yeah, telephone cable. Interesting. I guess they'll do their own thing, really. Oh! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. From that angle, it looked like a truck for a second, but no, we actually have some BT-7s on approach then. Well, I'm glad I placed a gun in the center now. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, these are cavalry tanks, so we'll see how they manage. Ooh, okay, that's a good few of them, in fact. I'm gonna tell them to do as they please. Frankly. Yeah, fire up will. Mortar's obviously a really good thing to have. Yeah, that's a lot of tanks. Oh god. Oh god, there's more. Right, that's gonna be interesting. Under fire. Yeah, I imagine you're under fire. Right, don't save ammunition. Use it. That gun's got a lot of work to do. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks. Right, they are aiming. Link's been broken there. Looks like smoke's been thrown out that way. God, where did that sort of come down? Is it still over there at the cemetery? Yeah, partly. It might even be our own artillery there. Potentially mortars. Right, red lane smoke. I think we'll just have to wait for them to open fire, then it seems. They might be just waiting until they come closer. Yep, there we go, we've opened up. So at least we have one of the guns opening up, and which is handy. I tell you, this is why this game's great. This is why I should have been playing this game a long time ago. Yeah, they're not having a super good time. But at least we have like an AT gun firing. There's mortars, so we'll have to hope for the best. Ooh, a little bit high there, I think. Close. It's getting closer, though. Okay, I wish I had more guns deployed out that way now, so I might not actually be able to make use of these guns. No. Oh, I fucked myself. Oh dear. They might be able to see shortly. Right, that's a big attack over here. Looks like they're falling back, it seems. Well, there's more fire coming in over here, so they are at least supported. That's a lot of enemy infantry. Does that mean they will or won't? Yeah. Maybe we'll lose Fedorovka. We'll see. Those tanks are nasty. Yeah. And they're shifting over to Fedorovka, which is good. At least that means that those two AT guns can help out there. They're having a great old time. MG opening up. Jeez, this is more tanks. My god. Oh, okay. I can probably see why they pulled back. Oh my god, we got the Stalwart T-26 there. Master of all its surveys. Can we knock out some tanks? That would be nice. Looks like they've fallen back from that position there. Good few dead so far, few wounded there. Which is not too surprising due to the emergence of tanks there. Jeez, am I fine at that with MG? Which I suppose at the end of the day does help. Yeah, my nice prepared... Oh, we just died. My nice prepared positions have just been kind of F there so far. Right, you need to take defensive positions there. You can't carry on as you are. Yeah, those tanks are moving over there. Now, at least they might move into something of a kill zone if I can get these guns actually to fire. Seems I deployed them quite poorly, but we'll see how that turns out. Right now, not brilliant. So I think I might be buggered by these trees, to be honest. They can fire about that position, but yeah. Right. We are holding on here for the time being. Looks like we're falling back from cemetery. These guys are in here. Okay. That's a lot of enemy tanks. I mean, it's not terribly bad. We can actually re-establish our position at least. Enemy contact. Oh, God. Well, we'll see how we get on there. At least you can still see that, more or less. Yeah, that gun was... Well, then again, I can see there, so at least that's something. Difficult to always be able to guess where the enemy's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, the MGs are doing a good job, though. They've been able to hold off quite a lot of enemy infantry. It's a shame that we didn't knock out at least one of the tanks there, but it's difficult to hit. I suppose you need wave fire, but you can see the amount of... I think these were the first kills on this road here, really. But the bridge itself is worth quite a lot, so we'll have to just obviously fight to the bloody death for it. Commander has been killed over here. That's not ideal. That's going to make things significantly worse. We might just end up getting driven back here. It might be worthwhile to pull back. I think it would be. Begin to phase of withdrawal, really. The tanks can be defeated if we get them into a position where we can actually fire upon them, really. Yeah. Let's see. Turn that way. Nasty so far. But I tell you, there's not many games that actually get this sort of level of detail, really. Really give you this sort of, like, feeling of just what battle might have actually looked like on the Eastern Front. Right, okay, so we do see some tanks over here then, so T-26s, okay. Difficulty is there at the top of the actual hill here. So you can see why they did fall back, but we'll see. Yeah, they're fine over there, which is not ideal. It looks like they're beginning their assault now. But we'll see. We have still guns over here. The platoon's taken some losses, but we still have men to support them. Maybe I should have had an MG over here to support them. It may not be too late to do so, to be honest. Shame we don't have no air support, isn't it? Right. Well, see, they can support out that way, then, at least. Bit of a blind spot there, but they can support. Jesus, those tanks are going to rip us to pieces, really. Oh, something's firing. Oh, they're firing! Yes, both of them are firing! Open up, baby boy! Let them have it. That's what we want there. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's great news there, but if we can actually knock out these tanks, that'd be a nice big win. We do have them at our mercy to flank there if we are able to land a hit. Ooh, that might have been good. A little lower. Ah, a little bit too high there. Well, they're under fire. We'll inevitably hit them. Was that a hit there? There's something's like on the ground there. But yeah, they're opening fire. They're doing a lot of work. Jeez, this place is a bit messed up. I mean, I'll let them just move to that position, then we might move them back into the town, really. I would still have our forces... Well, actually, no, it's probably not much point doing that, is there? So I'll cancel their orders. Have them move to that position there, really. At least they can still continue to support. I think I'll take one of the MGs and move them. Oh, no, they're actually supported now, it seems. Oh, that's excellent news. Yeah, it's just obviously pressing the targets over here. I mean, there's a lot of men moving down that road. Yeah. This is where weighted fire comes in. Yeah. They are under fire here. They've not much advanced. We're inevitably going to end up hitting them. Shit, that's a T-34. Oh! I was like, wait a minute, that one looks a bit different. Ooh, are you stuck? He might be stuck. Yeah, this is a thing that can happen as well. He looks like he's actually stuck for the moment in time, so that's good. That's one tank at least removed. Possibly. He might gain... Oh, he's gained traction again. Never mind, never mind. Alright, we'll see. It looks like they're having a tough time moving over there. But yeah, I mean, this is a good position. We can actually get the hits in there and be happy. Tell you what, just look at this detail though. Like, the actual camouflage is crazy. Unless that might be just might be just snow on the tank. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know, they might be in a position now where all three guns can actually open up. This is where having a Panther would be amazing, but obviously it's far, far too early there. Oh well. Yeah. Well, now we can actually hit. You can see the accuracy is not bad there. Yeah, as they move forward, they're going to move into the fire and arcs. Our men have so far held, which is good. I'm gonna have move, I think, back there. Yeah, tanks are obviously a bit of a problem, aren't they? My god, look at the amount of infantry that over here, though. Okay. Right, that's one of the squads there. It looks like it's been beaten up. I'll tell them to reoccupy that position if they can. Yeah, these MGs have been opening up, haven't they? Just a lot of fire there. But it's keeping all these forces locked down. There's been many of them killed. Like that guy, it seems. I mean, look at that. You can just see the actual bullets just landed there. Crazy. He's been up there the entire time. Oh, you're a sniper, aren't you? Ah, that's interesting. Key point captured. Oh, we've lost Fedorovka. Okay. Well, we can retake Fedorovka. Not easily, but we could do it. If we could actually hit some of these tanks, I'd be quite happy. Issue is they're moving into a position where these guns might not be able to hit them. I don't know what that image means. Yeah, so we've lost Fedorovka, but we still hold onto the village over here, so we haven't lost it. We still have the bridgehead here as well, so we'll see how the battle goes, really. Issue is we just don't have the anti-tank capability that we would like to have. Oh, they've been captured. Okay, so that squad's okay, well that's they've surrendered. Okay. Which, fair enough, fair enough. There's a big old bunch of enemy tanks there. I was hoping my anti-tank guns would have done a better job, but it seems like it's hard to decide really where to position them, really. Enemy contact. Is that bloody sniper? That's that bloody sniper. God damn it. Issue is they can just sit up over here and actually fire upon us. And we only have 3 anti-tank guns as well. Yeah. I did have 2 of the anti-tank guns positioned over here on this flank. Opposite Fedorovka. So who knows, there still might be time, but these guys need to get the hell out of dodge. They're coming under tank fire, which is not a good thing. Fall back. Yeah, it's difficult to deal with tanks. Just when you don't have the means to deal with it. But we do have the anti-tank guns, and they will eventually hit something, it seems. We just need to be lucky. We'll see how things go. Interesting how the weather's changed, isn't it? Cleared up so very much. Those men surrendered. Just hit them, for the love of God. That would be nice. Yeah, surrender. Suppress, suppressed. I wouldn't want to surrender. Then again, what do you do? If that's your only chance of survival, but I don't think you're going to get out of that well. I mean, those men, if they do live through the war, will spend quite a long time after the war in Siberia, I'd imagine, in labour camps. Maybe that is worthwhile if it means you survive in the end. Who knows? There's a lot of infantry here. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, never mind. Quite a lot there. I wonder if these are like command tanks perhaps, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, the weather's brightening over here. Well, the guns are opening up. It just seems we just can't quite hit. Hard to say. Gotta believe. I don't know, are they getting hit? It's hard to say. I mean, maybe they just don't have the... I don't know. F-37 should be able to take out a BT-7, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't think this gun was positioned terribly well. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Well, then again, they can fire there, so that's all that matters, really. But yeah, Fedorovka is lost to us right now. Who knows, the guns might be able to save the day. They haven't so far, but we'll see. That's just a lot of tanks. Well, that's suddenly brighter. Yeah, those tanks really did not help. And again, they came under a heavy amount of fire. Maybe I deployed too closely together, but then again, there was always going to be a position that came under fire. These guys had a great old time, really. Great old time. That is just so many infantry there. Holy moly. That's another commander killed, yeah. That platoon's probably going to be gone soon. I might just want to withdraw them across the river, to be honest. They might be able to survive, we'll see. Yeah, those mortars coming out of fire there is not ideal. I don't know. Let's pray the guns do the job. Not terribly helpful so far. My god, that's a lot of infantry. I think a good idea would have been to potentially have had an MG over there. I had hoped they would have been firing over that way more. Maybe I should just actually... Actually, to be fair, what I could do is say, right, okay, that's an MG-34. Right, okay. Is that is it out of ammunition? God damn. I don't know how to get them on ammunition. Okay, tell you what. Actually, no, I don't even see that much in the way of infantry now, so it doesn't particularly matter at this point. Tanks move in. Yeah. Not great. Very nasty. I wish we would have been able to knock out some tanks. It would have been good. But I suppose it's hard to hit, isn't it? And they're still fighting. Frankly, I just want to keep deploying, well, moving further back here, really. Ideally, the guns will get their asses in gear. But that's a lot of tanks to deal with. There's still more tanks over here that I've not yet even really committed fully. I mean, perhaps this is where you say, right, save ammunition, really. See, I'm not familiar with how ammunition works in the game, so I don't know how to get them all. I'll tell them to save ammunition for now. You can fire over that way. Maybe it's just because you can't see right now. Let's turn you. See what happens. That'd be ideal if they could actually open fire there. Well, something's going on. I don't know. Maybe we just need to tell them to fire, perhaps. Yeah, we'll see. Right, so still see the BT-7s here. Imagine if we had a Panther. Or even a Panzerfall. Even just, I don't know, some guns of... I don't know. A little bit of armor would be nice. Or even a few more AT guns would be good. Or even potentially just better accuracy with the AT guns. Yeah, they really want to hit that with artillery, don't they? Well, this is it. This could be next. They could attempt to cross over here. At least we do have forces positioned to oppose that. Alright. I don't like the fact that we've been forced to fall back as much, but yeah. And this is it. I didn't anticipate armoured forces, but yeah. That's the thing. I suppose you don't really know what the enemy's going to throw at you. Oh, have they surrendered? Yeah, it looks like they've surrendered. It's weird that they just stood there like, hey guys. Panic. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's a rough time, isn't it? Surely they must be able to see that. Maybe they just don't have any anti-tank shells left. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the game, really. I guess I'll just have to trust in them. Well, trust in them. Link has been established over here. Jesus Christ, they've been moving. I can't blame them for not moving there. That's a lot of enemies. Looks like more tanks have shown up as well. Jesus, more T-34s as well. Oh, okay, so that looks like how... Maybe there's supply? I wish we had air support. Air support would make all the difference in the world, I imagine. Just look at the amount of infantry here. Crazy. I just get live to see where you are at all times. You're quite far away, aren't you? Yeah, still yet more infantry moving in here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how we'll fare when it actually comes to the end of the actual battle, really, in terms of points. I suppose not terribly bad. I mean, well, then again, we lost more or less a platoon there, which is probably should have had them withdrawn sooner rather than later, really. That's one to learn, really. I kind of feel disappointed in the fact that the AT guns just couldn't hit anything. It's been... Yeah, had they actually hit something, maybe we would have had more success. But we'll see how things go. The battle's still not over. They may decide to get off their arses. We'll see. Speed things up. My god, that's a lot of dudes. Crazy amount. There's a trucks there. What the hell are they doing? I mean, this is nasty. That's a nasty position there to push on. Look at that truck. Going right to the front, okay. Well, you're gonna get... I mean, maybe they don't have ammunition, to be fair. Interesting to think about. Oh, they've just got out. Oh, no. Interesting. Looks like they're getting in. Are they? They're doing something. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, now it's opening fire on it, so we'll see what happens in a second. Oh, they had an MG here. What are they doing? But that's not armored. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Let's see what happens if I turn that off. I don't know how that works. Well, it's being shot at now, it seems. I would not be, Oh, he's dead. He's dead. What are they doing? Okay. That's insane. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to fire that. I mean, maybe I do withdraw across the river, really. But then I'd lose all defensive positions. It's not ideal, really, whichever way we're looking at it. Looks like they're reorientating for an attack somewhere. Was that truck taken care of? It's still there. Oh, is it dead now? It looks like it's dead. Oh, he's still alive. Looks like the driver got out. Is he firing at me? Not sure. It's being shot at, I think. Yeah, the issue is there's still all these tanks over here. BT-7s. See T-34 there. T-26. It's a bit of an ad hoc group of armor. I felt like we had some armor ourselves. Maybe it is time to begin to withdraw, perhaps. Well, we'll see. And they do have defensive positions that are being supported by MGs. They do have water support if we actually have... Oh, well, actually have some ammunition left. I see more trucks over here. What the hell are they up to now? Look at that. Jeez, it's all those men. For some reason I killed my frame rate. These dudes in there. Jesus. God damn. You need to actually, like, fire, perhaps? I don't know. They'll figure it out. Yeah, it's a shame that we don't have some proper artillery support, really. I think what I'll do then is tell them Covert move back across, perhaps? Or Covert move over that way. I think it's one of my men. In fairness, I don't blame him. Yeah. I don't blame him. Don't know where he's going, but okay. We'll pull out. They can own it. They don't own Cemetery as of yet, so we'll see. Wow. I tell you, that's just crazy. Okay, open up, then we need to take out these trucks. Look at them getting off now. The trucks seem to F with the FPS, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Go. Oh. Ooh, they're coming under fire, though. We've got a couple of them. Yeah, we've got a couple of them. Nice. Very interesting. Sounded big, sounded like an AD rifle, perhaps. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's a little mortar. Wow, that's amazing. That's cool. Well, those trucks didn't have a massively good time, but it looks like they got the most of their troops off. But just Jesus, the amount of men there. We're just gonna have to open up really, because there's a lot of them. I have hope that they might actually call a ceasefire, but I don't think it's going to happen. Been a nightmare so far. God, what do we see over there in the distance? Well, they're heading the opposite direction. I don't know why. Is that a good sign? Is that a bad sign? Yeah, I really did hope that we could have killed more enemies, but, well, they're tanks anyway. I don't know. I don't know how it works with, like, ammunition resupplies. I don't know if that's that. Who knows? Yeah, I know we're out of mortar ammunition, it seems. Yeah, no ammo. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Maybe they just don't have the ammunition, really. Yeah, our men are over there. I'll get them down to that BLeAcHACiD and they can pull out from that point then. Back across the river. Yeah, just look at all the men there. Oh my god, how much have you received there? Those MGs have been fired for a long time. There must be some sort of way to resupply, otherwise, yeah, you just lose once you run out of ammunition, frankly. It's funny, isn't it, now that it's in, like, it's brighter, it's harder to actually see where the traces are, etc. You can still see them, but it is harder. No, don't head that way. That's not really what you want to be doing. Alright, then set them moves over that way. At least that gets them back across the river. It saves the rest of that platoon, which can be reinforced. Yeah. They really want to push here. I mean, perhaps I messed up by having these guys over here. But I mean, they are firing now, so at least they are doing something good. Who knows? Under fire. Yeah, well, they're going to get out of there. They'll try their best to, at least. God, what the hell's going on down here? Is this artillery fire coming in? Yeah, more artillery on the town. And all the while, the stream just keeps on flowing. Nature carries on. Alright, if they can escape, that'd be quite good. They've got a good position to escape through anyway. Yeah, through the reeds. Looks like a commander there. Would I like to go across that river? Yeah, it's interesting the tanks stopped opening fire. My question is, can they cross that? They could potentially cross there, that's the problem. But even then it's ice. So I don't think so. Considering that it's still flooding in the middle, I don't think they can cross that. I think the only way they could cross would be at the bridge. So we'll see about that. Oh god, there we go. They might be getting ready to attack. I mean, there's two T-34s there. The rest of them are T-26s. That I can't recall the name of. Oh, look at them on top of that, wow. They might just be getting ready to actually just launch an attack, to be honest. I'd imagine, at least being behind the engine deck, it might be a little bit warmer. Maybe. Yeah, they're moving in ever so slightly here. Getting ever closer. It doesn't help that this platoon's taken some tremendous casualties, really. Yeah, tremendous casualties. Jeez. Actually, no. Then again, that might be just how many of them are left. There we go. Yeah. There's only 12 available, 10 are wounded, 25 killed or heavily wounded. Nasty, and it begins. It begins. That's not good. This is where we pray for the tanks to be taken out. Sniper, Jesus. I mean, maybe he has been hit away at our dudes, it's hard to say. Well, there's some way out, so I don't think it's going to happen now. Look at them move, they can move so quickly. Crazy time. Ryan with T26, I love it. Jesus, where are they getting these men from? I truly hope this gun is ready for action. Because if not, we are kinda doomed. I don't know what it's doing, but it's not doing a lot right now. Well, it looks like we have 3 rounds there. We've got 5 APCR, it seems, so we don't have much, do we? So they might just be saving their rounds. But it just shows you, like, Jesus, what the hell are they firing on? That's terrible. Let's see. Ammunition over here. Okay, now they're actually opening up. I don't know, actually. Maybe that's just how much they have now? I'm not sure. But they're opening up and that is all that matters, because at least there's a chance we might kill the tank. Panic. Over here. Why are you still over here? You're gonna surrender there, dude. Or maybe they're just waiting for a position where they can actually hit and kill, perhaps. Yeah. Well, they look like they're gonna open fire. Yep, there we go. Ooh. Oh, whoa! Oh, wow! Oh god! Oh come on, we still can't. Oh, okay. It's just flexing. Well, we just hit Ben at the front there. It seems to have not done a goddamn dicky bird. Jesus. What do you do? What do you do? It even did a bloody trick. I don't think I can do jack against them. Yeah, the T-34 just unloaded all those troops there, so those are more troops now. That's just crazy. I don't think we're gonna hurt in hell. Oh, that T-26 is getting bolted there by the T-34. Yeah. What do we do? What do we do? What can we do? Commander kill, goddamn. I think the battles last 2 hours as well. Maybe I change that setting. Oh dear. Yeah. They're gonna destroy me. I don't know how I can stop this. Jeez. Well, that's 1 dead there. This is where, yep, 2 dead seems. Enough we can do. Enough we can do. Doomed. Talk about a stressful position to be in, really. Yeah, they need to get across here. City's over. It is over. Vehicle lost. Yep, gun's gone. Goddamn. Blow the bridge. I think we tried our best, but I think I just completely underestimated what we were going up against, really. Yep. Can't come back, yeah. Yeah, this is it. So what do we do? I mean, there's a T-34 across the river. How can I combat that? I can't. I just can't. Yeah. Well, at least we're hitting that truck. But all the infantry orders will overwhelm us. Jesus. I don't know if I can like offer a ceasefire or whether you can just retreat or something. I'm not entirely sure what the mechanics are like. It ain't good. It ain't good. I needed more AT guns, and it seems even when we did get actual hits on the tanks, it just wasn't enough. Just not enough, really. I guess it is over now. Yep, it's over. Not surprised that panic is ensuing. Crazy, isn't it, just how things change? But I mean, the sheer amount of men that might die in this area is unbelievable. I don't know, it's an interesting one. And this still holds, but really how long? Because they could just turn around. Yeah, commander's killed. We've had somebody killed now, haven't we? It just looks like it's just too many men. Just too many. Yeah, they're being fired upon over here. These guys trying to escape. Going under mortar fire. Christ. Makes you wonder if it's impossible to destroy the bridge. Probably not. I don't know. There might be a point at which it ends, really. Not entirely sure when. Bloody hell. Just look at the numbers there. And we can't even see everything, but that just shows you just how many men they have. Just more and more and more arriving. Is another vehicle lost? Yeah, which is a MG. I just wish my AT guns could hit a dam and kill. If they could kill, that'd be amazing, but they just can't. Makes you wonder about these trucks. Like, do they contain ammunition? Can you carry? Can they rearm dudes? I'm not entirely sure. But then again, at least it's been a hell of a video. Really, it's been a lot of fun. It's good to see that the actual game does run relatively well. Hopefully, it's relatively entertaining. Maybe you guys will want to see more. Really. Yeah, crackers, absolutely crackers. But I mean, how do you stop this with just 3 AT guns? I mean, maybe it's possible. Maybe we should have them in a flanking position. But then again, I didn't anticipate that many tanks. I didn't anticipate tanks, really. Completely different time. I don't even know how I zoomed out so quickly there. And this is it. This is just another from... This is just another one here. Yeah, it shows you times, actually, I think. Okay. At least I can speed things up and it actually... okay, well, that's alright. I suppose if we want to speed things up, we can just do it like that, then. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, let's see what happens. So... Yeah. Duration 2 hours. What happens here? Exit game. Save before exiting. Tent operation. Restart mission. Withdraw. Okay, so we're gonna have to withdraw then, it seems. So at least there is a way to withdraw then. Maybe I should have withdrawn earlier before we lost more men, but we've tried. We've tried. Just whatever survives, really. But yeah, even over there, like, what can I do? Because the tanks would just eventually move and just overwhelm us. Just nothing that could be done. Our bloody AT guns just could not hit the dam. Even when I think they must have hit a few times, but it just seems like they just didn't kill anything, really, which... At that point, yeah, it just doesn't matter then. She's not only using ammunition, she's just not even doing anything with that ammunition. A crazy time. Crazy time, sorry. More guns being lost? Yeah, not a good time. Not a good time. Yeah. At least there's only 30 seconds left as hell. Okay. And it's over. Yeah, total defeat. Not shocked. I'm not shocked, really. Let's take a look. Forces. Jesus Christ. So we had 148 men. And they had 557. After? Really? I thought I did better than that. 192, 415. We're gonna kill... Jesus, we just didn't even kill that many, did we, really? Yeah, just doomed, really. Just doomed. This is where you can see just where things went. So fire intensity was really high there. Force strength, yeah, just didn't have that much to begin with. But you can see obviously when it went down there. After squads and heavy weapons, just yeah. Just when the tanks got into play, really, just nothing could be done there. So eliminate 10 enemy soldiers, eliminated 50 enemy soldiers, got 15 medals. Turn operation. There we go. That was really fun, actually. We were defeated, though. Yeah. Crazy. I don't even know if I can get these guys out. Yeah, so it seems that you should have... you should probably withdraw. That seems to be the lesson learned here. That seems to indeed be the lesson learned. But we'll go ahead and save it here. Maybe we'll restart. We still have a victory, apparently, there. I don't know. It just feels like we didn't cause that much in the way of damage, but then again, they just have so many men. Maybe it just was worthwhile putting across the river to begin with. But I think we'll probably restart this, but at least we might have a chance. If any of you guys actually do know how to play properly, do let me know, because that'd be very much appreciated. And, yeah, I don't know. Do you think you guys would like to see more of this, really? I mean, hopefully everything's been recorded fine and it's all good. That'd be a good thing. But I'm going to say a big thank you here to my patrons who very much helped to make this all possible. So, thank you Mr. Alex, Diligent Gravi, Mr. Baines, BLeAcHACiD, Dipic Duck, Dingobat4, Eric Wild, Erkkijuusto, Fon4123, George Kilgore, Gregory VanHouten, Iceycrome, Imperator Thrawn, James Lindsay, Lord Luba, Paradigm Blue, Paul Sanders, Raphael, Rick Chambers, Ricky Blinson, Sam, Spacht, Stanislav, SunYan, Daniel and Susanna. And we have Talon1E, The Forgotten, Thunder, and Lindholm. Thank you so very much for ladies and gentlemen, supporting me. Your support means all. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so very much. Please, if you can afford it, please do consider supporting me as a content creator. If I do provide entertainment for you, that'd be great. Until next time, thank you, goodbye. If you've got any tips for Gravi team, do let me know, because I need them. See you next time. Tenno, Hega, Banzai, and let's get the hell out of the Eastern Front.